OKC Thunder. And in the standings, we're in second place. And now we're about to face the Denver Nuggets. Let's get it in. Let's get it.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And Oklahoma City is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Thunder will be going up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, they seem to be tapping into their full potential more and more as the season moves along. I think lately we're seeing a more accurate picture of who this team really is than we saw in the early part of the season. And so for Kevin Durant, so many years in Oklahoma City, and I mean this has been his franchise since he's come into the league, in Seattle and OKC. Free agency at the end of the season. Shaq, if you're in his shoes, what sort of things are you considering right now?
Well, he's the biggest player to hit unrestricted free agency since LeBron's decision. So my question to him is,
it's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Nuggets come into town for this one. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Thunder are looking to grab one for the home fans here in Oklahoma City before heading back out on the road. Winning their last 3 games, they'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight. And a long time in the making for one tremendous young athlete. We'll get a look tonight at the first ever NBA start from Parker.
You know, and he had to prove to his coach and teammates that he was deserving of this spot in the starting lineup. So him being able to do it, now he's got to go out and prove that he's here to stay.
And, you know, to have been anointed a starter, I think he'll be determined to show that they made the right decision.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Moutier out there with Will Barton. The Thunder shooting their first free throw tonight.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
That's a pick for him.
Outside Westbrook to the middle, Cantor, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Cantor's got his second basket.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Barton kicks to Gallinari. Six on the shot clock. That's good. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Westbrook dishes to Parker. He tries for 3. Denver grabs the miss. This game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss though.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it.
Russell Westbrook with the explosion.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barton, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoots it. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the second free throw, good. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Parker outside. From past the arc. And it's Parker again missing.
Okay.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And another miss by Denver.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Parker
Come
with
on,
another miss.
TK.
In this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Durant in the corner. Connects on the 17-footer. Durant's got his first bucket of the night.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Moutier pass to Barton. Feeds to Gallinari for 3.
No.
And the shot is good.
My God.
Gallinari's got 7 points. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Westbrook kicks to Parker. From deep. Parker with another miss.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
The Nuggets moving the ball around. And it's Gallinari missing.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Here's Fareed. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Will Barton. Timeout call for the Thunder. The Nuggets coming on the court. Your Thunder Girls. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Dion Waiters comes in. And look for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Durant. Parker comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. And then for Denver, Kenneth Fareed, he's checked in for Nurkic. Barton comes in for Gallinari. And it's Moutier in for Randy Ford. On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Laverne is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Moutier. And it's Harris in at the 2 spot. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Good.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Jazz got down to
Come on,
business.
man.
He finished with 15 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Pass to Waiters. Puts up a 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. Shots good by Ibaka.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one. Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
It's Parker with the drive.
Oh, my fucking God.
Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. Back to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Tries a 3.
Give me that.
And
Oh my God.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Screen by Fareed. Moutier with the ball. And it's Waiters picking him up. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Kenneth Fareed.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my
Another miss by Parker.
God.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Moutier kicks to Barton.
No.
And it's Denver scoring again.
How does
The
that even
entire
my
defense was
man?
frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Captain.
Oklahoma City's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Thunder shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He's off on the first. And the Nuggets making a change here. Sims is checked in. Good on the second free throw. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Barton. He's guarded by Waiters. Barton dishes to Sims. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Harris against Parker. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Moutier. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the left wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Barton. No good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game. Really
like, why can't I shoot?
With victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
Down low, here's Cantor. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Now it's a 4-point Thunder lead. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And we finished one.
Okay, eyes up front, guys. Our fans are really liking what we've done so far, and so am I. Let's go through some things. Nice work coming off the bench.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, you just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Parker out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. There's Parker with the 3. It's all
Look
in by
at
the
that,
Nuggets.
like it's close, but then it won't go in.
He's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Moutier pass to Barton. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and then this is even a better game we got going on right now.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field.
He's
just struggling to find the shot.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Gallinari.
These defenders look overmatched right now. Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Parker's shot
what
is
the
off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Dion Waiters checked in for Parker.
Why am I keep getting out? Like,
The whole team's making some changes here. Here's Parker. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. .43 seconds left to play in the third. That puts them in the lead. Parker's got his first 2 points of the night.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the
No
line.
foul, come on, man.
For the team in that situation.
Durant's checked in for Mitch McGarry. And Denver also making a switch. Sims is checked in. Now here's Moutier. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. 4 on the clock. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
He seems like he's...
Moutier's got his second basket of the night. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Oklahoma City trailing, and Denver will start the fourth quarter with Moutier out there with Harris. And then there's Henry Sims. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Laverne in at the power forward position.
Come on, man.
That's good from Harris on the assist for Moutier. Harris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nuggets. And an important part of every team's game.
What?
The hustle stats for Denver.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Moutier kicks to Harris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. They're trailing by 4. Nobody near Parker. Offensive rebound.
What the?
To the wing right side. There's the triple. Here's Durant. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
What a performance from Durant here. He's got 8 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
For Denver, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Fareed kicks to Laverne. And it's Harris off the drive. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have
look
done
at
their
that,
part,
like I can't
they
even.
need him to pick his game up.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And another miss by Denver.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Here's Jokic. He's covered by Cantor.
This is the worst game I ever played.
Here you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Gallinari, he's checked in for Laverne. And it's Moutier in for Nurkic. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Westbrook dishes to Parker. Back to Westbrook. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 6th assist on the night.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
And it's Harris off the drive. Here's Jokic. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Durant.
That's what this team needs right now. Solid scoring chances.
I think Doris Burke has some for it. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Mike Malone gave to his team during that last break. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move.
No.
Right now. Go take it, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Parker kicks to Durant. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here, Clark.
OKC, make some noise for your Thunder Girls.
.122 left in the fourth quarter. Screen by Fareed. Moutier pass to Harris.
Oh. Don't.
And lots of
It's not
contact there.
stupid
Missing the
idea.
shot. They'll shoot 2. They get Russell Westbrook. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Take a look at what Gary Harris has done. He has 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue
No,
the
I didn't mean.
importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which
man.
team wins the
I
free throw
tapped the
battle.
button.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's going wrong with him this quarter. He's really falling off.
Okay.
Outside.
Give me that.
Gallinari with the rebound.
Look. I can't even
It's
get
been
a
a rough
shot.
day for him, Kevin. I mean, he's not the only reason they're down right now, but he's certainly one of them.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
Jokic.
Good.
Money.
Oh my
And
God.
a big play there to mute the crowd.
Yeah, that one kind of took all of the life out of him there, Kevin.
And guys, the only noise we're hearing now is coming from the visitors' bench.
Parker outside.
No foul.
Nails it.
Come on,
Nice
man.
work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2.
Spread the floor and let's get to the rim. Attack immediately. We're going to extend this game back down.
Pass to Westbrook. It's stolen by Moutier. And now they
Look what he
stop
did
the
now.
clock.
He's gonna make these.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is
Oh,
good.
we need
That
to
makes it a
shoot.
3-point lead. And here's Westbrook from the
No.
arc. The 3 won't fall.
He's
And they stop
stupid,
the
man.
clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have the foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Ibaka with the ball. So we see Denver get the win here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, thank you. And now we get a chance to check out our Jordan. He was a powerful offensive weapon tonight, scoring a double-double with points and assists. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
struggled shooting the ball tonight. Care to comment on that?
You're right. I just couldn't get anything going early, and I never found a rhythm. I'm working on it, though. I'm going to watch the film later tonight, but I already have some ideas about what I was doing wrong. It'll get better. At least I'm confident in that.
How much blame do you place on your teammates after not finding a way to pull out a win?
Good try, but I ain't falling into that trap. But to simplify your question, we didn't do what we had to do to win the game. Simple as that. And that's on every single one of us. Not me, not the rest of my teammates, everyone. And we'll figure out what we need to do to keep that from happening next time. End of story.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
It's a nice milestone for sure. I mean, I'm just blessed to be playing in the NBA, and making the starting lineup means that I've been playing well and improving my game. Still a lot I want to do in this league, and hopefully I can keep making my family proud. Oh, and shout out to my pops. I know he's watching this back home. Love you, pops.
My name is Fred, and I carve heads out of cheese. It's not easy. I was once working on a bust of Shaquille O'Neal in Swiss. I haven't worked in Swiss since. Everyone called me crazy. Things really took off when I got my domain name heads.com to GoDaddy, and now they sell them like hotcakes. Made of cheese. Got a crazy idea you think you can turn into a success? We know you can.
So guys, that wasn't my best game. That was like one of my worst games ever.
This video is brought to you by youngjaputi13's. Design your own custom goodies. Youngjaputi13.com. We are based. It's game time in the clutch, so boy, don't play with me. OJ will give you 30 from free like he's Steph Curry. Jewish girl, hope everybody stopping their words. Exact kind of everyone is deterred. Put them dimes to your cousins like I'm Rondo, but now what's a LeBron Curry and juice man combo? 106 points on the Thunder, that's a dream thing. Like back range, just for the dream team. Miami, South Beach. You already know what it is. Try to show out, man. Let me see if I still got my room. Cause I ain't touched my crib in when I take like a week off. I be mad trash, bro. As you guys can see, man, Kyrie Irving is injured. I don't even know how long he's out for, bro. Probably got an ankle injury or something. But if you find that lane, you get back to the boy wide open. Oh, it's just the Thompson, man. Oh! Jose Calderon. Where? Wide open. Give me no buckets, boy. Let's go. Yo, you must be one of those guys that be paid for that. Start. This man, ever. Make it open. Pop it up. LeBron, let's go. Let's get it. Oh, bouncing out. See that open? Don't that's showing so much disrespect. Looks like it's a feel back from my career, bro. It's been a long journey. For all you guys been wondering about Don Cannon, I'm no longer posting Don Cannon. This is me getting rid of my game in PC. I was just, it was just a waste of money, bro. Like, I wasn't even using my game in PC like that. Oh no. Look at that out.
Ooh, man. Here's the messed up part. I haven't finished the FanDuel, but the Klay Thompson My Team card. How much is this? Hold on. 1,000. I should do the FanDuel. I could get that Klay Thompson back. So guys, we me with the 34 minutes and 15 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, and 2 rebounds. I missed all my 3-pointers. That's kind of messed up. So look guys, I really need to upgrade my jump shooting, cause so we about to wear these jerseys, so let's get it in.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Knicks in New York. Checking out New York. With a record of 3-7 over their last 10 games, they have been struggling. Wins hard to come by. We'll see if they can grab one tonight. And as we reach the midway point, Kenny, still a lot of games left on the schedule. How do players cope with the wear and tear their bodies go through?
Well, a lot of times when you're mentally or physically tired, you know, you could sit there and all of a sudden you misquote things, you missay things. Here on the analyst desk, on the basketball court, that's turnovers, that's missing assignments, missing rebounds. Same thing. Like I know this is our 82nd game this year. You're starting to feel a little bit.
It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home.
So we're facing the Knicks. I'm starting the shooting guard. Number 21.
And expected to vie for that top seed.
And now I'm guarding Aaron Fowler.
Disappointed. This is a team poised to do big things in the postseason.
Well, all the hype was justified. I mean, it's been an impressive season for them. We've seen them win a lot of different ways. They've proven in the midst of all of that to be a very, very complete team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Parker out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the center position. He got right to the cup using that screen.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
It always seems to settle you down when you have some early success in the post.
Here's Porzingis. He had a 12-point out in their last game against Chicago.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job.
Got you, Russell.
Boxing that game
Got
as
you,
well.
Russell.
Let's go quickly
That's
over
my
to
assist.
for an update.
I was able to talk with Kurt Rambis for a moment. He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X-factor for them. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Westbrook dishes to Parker.
I got it.
Offline with his 3. Miller is the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Roten kicks to Anthony. A follow the pass to Roten. Here's Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Westbrook dishes to Parker. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. 6 to shoot. The 3 cannot hit. The Knicks go the other way with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
It's rebounded by New York.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think you got it right. I mean, the defender was...
For New York, Robin Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Porzingis comes in for Derek Williams. And it's a Flalo in for Rivers. Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. Parker comes in for Dion Waiters. So the Thunder 5 right now.
Got you.
Inside, you've got Ibaka and Cantor. Russell Westbrook out there with Parker.
Okay.
And it's Durant in
Got
at the
you.
3 slot. Cantor's shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
Anthony kicks to Lopez. No good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
And you look at how they match up. Certainly you could see them losing, but you would still expect them to come away with 2 wins.
That one drops. He ties it up.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
And there's the pass to Porzingis. New York, no good that time either.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Or the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Roten. The Knicks shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Shooting for New York, Tony Roten. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty, missing both. Thunder have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9.
Oh my
that
God.
was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass. Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
Passes it to Porzingis. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
There's Parker with the 3, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers was a big factor. He finished with 15 points, and he made them pay over and over from the line. A lot of free throws for him. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game. They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding.
Follow against Parker. That's tipped. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 14-6 run. And he makes no
Good dunk down, Carmelo.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And a follow wide open. He shoots. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Durant, the pass to Parker. Back to Durant. To the wing right side. Cantor dishes to Durant. Parker kicks to Cantor. And it's sent back by Lopez. Durant against the follow. Feeds it to Anthony. Pulls up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. Anthony's got the game tied up here for New York.
Don't take your eyes off of him, because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on.
Parker against the follow. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Parker. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Pass to Carmelo. Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. The feed to Roten. Puts it up from 15. On its way from a follow for 2. Kept alive by New York. That's good. Lopez has got 6 here in this quarter.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Here is Ibaka. A 17-point game for him in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he was the intimidator.
It's a tie game in New York. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, I know that Coach has stressed communication on the basketball court.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough ones.
Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo. And it's Roten in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. The Knicks have not yet made a free throw in the game. 0 of 2 so far. That one is off. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Outside Westbrook. Follow against Parker. Expanding his range. No good. Excellent D there from Aflalo. And for the Knicks, they're shooting the ball really well in this game. 58%. Anthony against Ibaka. Here's Roten. That one falls coming up.
How do they switch them?
And the Knicks lead by 3. Oklahoma City shooting about 42% so far. Nobody near Parker. It's good from long range. Parker's got 13.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Lopez, a screen on Westbrook. Here's Roten. Westbrook with the block. But they recover it. And a miss there on the triple. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kicks it to Roten. Thunder with the rebound.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
It's deflected.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on
Westbrook,
track.
pass the ball, dude.
And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Durant. 6 points for Russell Westbrook.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. He was intent on...
41 seconds left to play in the third. Parker drives in.
Come on, man. Where's that foul at? Come on, man.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And he gets it to go. 9 points for Aaron Aflalo.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run. Don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Rivers plays it up and banks it in. Rivers has got his first basket.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of...
That buzzer beater.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Thunder leading by 3. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Canner is the power forward with Adams in the middle. Henderson out there with Parker. And it's Waiters in at the 3. New York shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Rivers kicks to Green. There's the screen. He dishes it to Aflalo. 6 on the shot clock, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lopez is checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Porzingis in for Gerald Green. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Dion Waiters.
He's been absolutely in control. No slowing down for Parker. He has 15 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
For the Knicks, Anthony comes in for Derek Williams, and Roten subbed in for Rivers. Then for the Thunder, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Adams, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Anthony with it, guarded now by Durant. Anthony, the pass to Roten. Down low, here's Lopez. It's a big high bounce and goes in.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Parker against the Aflalo. Cantor dishes to Parker. Back to Cantor. Puts up the baby hook. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Payne, he's checked in for Parker. New York going with almost an entire new group. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. Green is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Austin Rivers in for Aaron Aflalo. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Parker's checked in.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as... well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
You enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Westbrook. Pass to Durant. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. The shot's good from Cantor. Knicks trail by 13. Here's Roten. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Westbrook with a wide open look. Can't get it to go. And New York the other way now.
Hello? Okay.
Now here's Roten. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To the left side wing. And the rejection by Ibaka. Tries again.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Westbrook kicks to Parker. Ibaka, the pass to Durant. Off target from the baseline.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Thunder.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. Clark, we talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And I like what they've done here. Made the plays they had to. That's why they'll be going up 1-0 in their season series against the Knicks.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Parker. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Durant dishes to Westbrook. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Going to do a double rep day or something like that. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's going to be kind of late. It's going to be perfect time to start.
Russell can...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
A whole lot of Park Country subscribers, plus the Dream Team, man. The Dream Team, you guys are the best team, and y'all be here when I'm not uploading.
Hey, y'all. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
I love the contribution he gave with his long-range shooting tonight. He was on fire. That turned out to be the big key for them. If someone drove the lane and the defense collapsed, they would always kick it to him for another three. Splaka Katayow!
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports.
Sorry guys, but I have to go. So I'll broadcast later tonight. Peace.